What's going on, Shield Brothers and Shield Maidens? This is True for Shields Rest, and today, in keeping with the theme of Ooze Week, we are bringing in an environment for Daggerheart. So let's get into it. Alright, so we wanted to bring in a slime-themed environment. This is going to be a Tier 3 event-type environment. Difficulty 15, and honestly, all adversaries are welcome here that are oozes and individuals that are allies of oozes, and anybody that isn't is unwelcome and should be killed on sight and consumed. And that is what we want to bring in, which gets us into our features, which is going to be Sticky Situation. This is going to be a passive feature which essentially is coating all the surfaces in this slime. Obviously, we want to make this very difficult for our players and for anyone that really and truly treads through this part of the dungeon, or, you know, whatever we're attributing this to, okay? Because it can be a dungeon, it can be a chamber, it can be whatever you want it to be as far as where this environment comes in at. And so Sticky Situation can be applied in a lot of different ways and in certain spots wherever you want it to be. But basically, we're coating those surfaces, like I said, in slime, and while in combat, any creature that's not an ooze must make a DC 15 strength roll to move. On a failed roll, the creature is restrained. They can still take actions, they can still basically move their body except for their legs. Their legs is the only thing that they cannot move. So if they need to cast a spell, they can do so. They're just stuck in place, is really all it is. That's kind of what we mean by the restrained condition, okay? Getting into our next feature, we're going to be bringing in Slick Drippings. Don't mind my naming of these freaking titles, okay? These features, don't mind them. You can rename it to whatever you want. It's just the thing that I thought of that I thought would be kind of amusing and also indicative of what we're talking about. So, you know, but name it to whatever you want. So, Slick Drippings, though, is meant to be a fear move, and it's something that essentially is dripping from the ceiling. And in certain spots, it's not happening everywhere, but you can use this as a GM to try and trip up your players a little bit, and quite literally trip up your players. So when you spend a fear, you can force a creature to make a DC 15 agility roll. Reaction roll, mind you. So they won't be generating hope or fear. It'll be just a straight reaction roll here. And then on a failed roll, the creature slips and becomes vulnerable. And then when they want to move, they've got to do that strength throw. So, you know, it's a combo 1-2 punch that we're going for here with this environment. So for our last feature, we are bringing in Pour In. This is going to be your fear move where you can summon 1d4 green and 1d4 red oozes. Keep them at the tier that they're at. Don't mess with the tier at all. No need to mess with it. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to make the players feel like there's just a constant flow of adversaries coming through. Even though they might be easy to deal with, it'll slowly eat away at them. So they'll either eventually beat the event that we're talking about here, or they will then be consumed by the oozes. And that's okay too, you know? You got to succumb to the oozes at some point, I think. So, but that is our environment in its entirety. Nothing too crazy. Hopefully it's at least a little frustrating for your players, but not too frustrating for your players. Obviously, change what you want. Hopefully this at least inspires you with the ooze theme here for this week. Hopefully it inspires you a little bit further to maybe create your own environment and see how easy it really is. Because if I can do it, you certainly can. So that's all I've got for you guys, though. I hope you liked it. Let me know down in the comments if you hated it, or if you just found it absolutely stupid, or if you did actually enjoy it. In either case, it was fun making this, and I cannot wait to use this in our one-shot. I hope to see my players thoroughly annoyed with it. So, but until the next one, y'all, keep that shield wall strong.